Yeah! All right, take two. We're going to do this thing. We've got an exciting show for you today, everybody. We've got a wonderful guest, and we're going to introduce that guest in a few moments. We've got our frames here. We've got Winnie.
Oh, she's excited.
She's hanging out with a roller derby gal up there, which is a new artwork panel.
Pull it down. I know I just put it up because we're resetting.
Yes, you're resetting, but that's okay. Introductions are coming up. We got people coming in. We will introduce ourselves and get this show rolling.
A new piece?
This is a new piece. You will see this in the sports category. And this looks really cool. It definitely has movement. So this is a new artwork panel that will be appearing in our sports area, sports artwork panels section, and it's the roller derby girl. Isn't that cool? That's awesome.
We love. Have you guys ever been to roller derby? Let us know.
We what was the name of it? We went to a roller derby.
LA Derby Dolls.
The Derby Dolls out here in Los Angeles.
Brian got to blow the whistle, right?
I got to blow the starting whistle for the LA Derby Dolls. How is that for cool? I know a lot of you wish you had that in your resume somewhere, that you blew the starting whistle for roller derby. This guy right here.
And I picked her because, we are in the St. Patrick's Week celebration, right?
Yeah,
We're
that's
kind of in green.
I'm wearing green.
I'm totally in green.
I'm wearing green.
We have our St. Patrick's Day wreath. If you guys saw our recent posts, we have our St. Patrick's Day mantle. And I figured, Derby dolls, they're pretty tough, right?
They are
they're
tough.
Cookies,
like the fighting Irish, right? Okay.
Yeah, that was my theme.
I see where you're going.
That's my theme. Since we don't have a creative on today, I was like, what should I put in the frame? So that's what I decided to pick.
We have an amazing guest today.
I know.
Oh,
what are we going to drink today? We are going to have Waterloo Strawberry. Have you guys had it? Is it any good? Gotta let us know.
Well, we're about to try it. I thought you were going to bring out a green drink for St. Patty's Day.
That'll be next week.
Oh, is that next week? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
That's why I said coffee or soda water. What did you want today?
All right. Introductions are now in order. So
yes.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to introduce ourselves. So I am Brian, the Bri Guy, and
I'm known as K-Girl. I'm Christina.
And we are the co-creators of Frame Your Feline, where your cat can look like a work of living art.
Can you scooch over a little bit that way? I feel like
hold on, here we go.
We switched our table, everybody. Hopefully things aren't going to be moving nonstop today.
New table.
It's actually my first table for my first apartment when I moved to California.
But it's a lot more.
It's ancient.
It's a lot more sturdy.
It is.
So it won't look like we're having a California earthquake every 2 seconds. So that's good. FrameYourFeline.com. FrameYourFeline.com. In case you haven't been there yet, now is your opportunity to do so. Okay. And check out all of our cool St. Patrick's Day artwork panels that are now available as well.
Is Easter up yet?
Easter is going to be up this week, so you will see a bunch of new panels in the holidays and seasons category, so you'll have to check that out.
And it's more than just holidays for those of you who are new watching us.
We've got nature, landscapes, we've got art, like we've got aquatic life, wildlife. Like, go check out FrameYourFeline.com, go to artwork panels. You get 2 free artwork panels with every feline frame ensemble order. Okay, so that's cool.
How many cups of coffee did you have this morning, Brian?
I'm running on a couple cups of coffee, but
Brian's been a little bit under the weather.
Without any further ado, I think we should bring out our guest.
Well, let's taste this first.
Oh,
all
cheers!
Right, cheers to everyone.
Cheers to you.
Oh, yes.
Happy St. Patrick's Week.
2 weeks, yeah.
All right, here we
go. It's pretty good. It's
are
cold.
you tasting? What is this? Strawberry? I would think this is watermelon. This doesn't taste like
That's because you have a cold.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're never going to sponsor us now. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to hit the button, and then we're going to have to probably change our seating because the screen's going to get weird.
The title of this is called Purrfect Partners. These are companies, peoples, organizations that are doing good for cats, pets, animals.
Cat advocates.
Cat advocates. We are huge cat lovers, if you couldn't tell. And our next guest is a huge proponent for animals. Animals like cats and dogs. She's got dog stories. She's got cat stories. Christina,
let's bring her on.
Let's bring in
right.
Sally Williams. Let's bring her in. Here she goes.
Okay. No, I don't want people to think like we're frozen.
What?
We brought her in. Where is she? There she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's
Sally!
green in the back.
Yeah!
Got the green working.
Good. All right, we got the green. Did you paint those walls just for us? Sally, awesome.
Let me see that.
So, introductions are in order. Sally is the founder and president of Mission Meow, whose mission it is to make an impact on specific, like, what would you say? Well, yeah, like, yeah, what am I?
We make dreams come true
I'm gonna
for small feline-centric nonprofit organizations. How's that?
So the way that was a
There
lot
is a full
simpler than the
mission
way I was.
statement, but I just like saying making dreams come true as many times as possible. So I just always use that.
Well, you're doing it in an interesting way because when there's so many rescues and cat organizations who are doing such a great job, but getting enough money to make an actual impact on what they're wanting to do is difficult because they don't have a huge Rolodex of donors. They don't have
and I ran another nonprofit for almost 8 years, and fundraising is not easy. So that's why doing something different was smart.
So what a difference it makes when what you do is you go to companies like us.
Let her tell us.
No, well, no, I want to frame it out the way I know it.
Yeah.
I want to know. Very good. She is on. But basically, it's pooling together resources from other companies, and then saying, okay, now we got a meaningful chunk of change to then steer that towards one organization.
Right
every quarter?
It's quarterly with the goal of being monthly, and then twice a month. You know, we launched in October, so right now we're still monthly, but we're accruing businesses as we speak. It's a daily, weekly, you know, that's what I spend my time doing, talking to potential business partners. So right now quarterly, so April, this coming month is our third campaign. We'll be announcing the nonprofit. We're closing the application process at the end of next week. And then the following Monday, we'll announce the nonprofit that we're helping. Yes, it's very exciting because
that is awesome.
Working with business partners, and you know, I always say this: the business partners are the foundation of our organization, but it's truly a three-pronged approach because our business partners kind of do the heavy lifting, and then we have our individual donors who we love, and that's something we want to grow. We now are having monthly donors, things like that. And then we have our merchandise sales, which kind of is that little cherry on the top. And of course, you know, we like grants and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of, so business partners, and then you'll add the layer of individual donors, and then the merchandise that we sell, and we give a nice chunk of change. I mean, the first grant was $10,000 to Cat Spray Park, and that was our goal. They're located in Asbury Park, New Jersey. They're amazing, and that was our goal. Our goal was to hit that number of 10,000 because you know, I am far from being good at math. So I wanted to keep it very simple for everybody. And I said, if we have 50 business partners in that 1 month that are contributing to this campaign, And we average a donation of 200. So if you can afford to give more, great. We want that. If you're a small business and you're just not there yet, great. We want whatever you can give. And if we can average 200, we'd love to be more, but if we just average 200, that's $10,000 we've raised before a single individual donation, before any merchandise sales, before a grant of any kind. That's $10,000. So we were thrilled in our first month that we hit that number. Having said that, that doesn't mean every time an organization that we work with will ask for that much. So the grant we gave in January was for $6,000 because they didn't ask or need for $10,000. They actually initially didn't ask for $6,000 because they're very Midwestern and very practical and pragmatic and said, we don't want to take more than we need. I'm like, all right, imagine I'm in a tutu right now and I've got a magic wand and this is your chance to ask. And so she thought, well, we really could use, and I was like, ask now. Ask now. This is your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we gave $6,000 in our second round of granting, and now who knows what it'll be? You know, it's exciting.
Now, do you,
and who was the second? They were like
Mo Farrell, and the Mo stands for Missouri. Yeah,
Missouri. Right. Okay. I'm always trying to like follow
both those nonprofits. So the first one, Catsbury Park, is an organization that is near and dear to my heart. And when we launched Mission Meow, I thought it would be really good if we could give a grant to somebody in New Jersey and turn it into something really special. So we had a launch party there and invited people, and they were able to take tours of the facility and then learn about the potential of where the grant would be going, which was paying for expansion. We got cats adopted that day because we had an event there. So we really wanted to do it here, and because that's where I live and that's where my press contacts are, things like that. So we were able to have a full-on party, and celebration. And then after that, it's just open to small feline-centric nonprofits across the U.S. And we were thrilled when Full Circle Mo Farrell applied, because Catsbury is, they have a space. They do adoptions out of their building. And Full Circle Mo Farrell supports people that are doing TNR, which stands for Trap, Neuter, Return. And so we were thrilled to be able to give money. Trap, Neuter, Return is challenging work. They are out there doing the hard work. And so we really were excited to support a group that was involved in that.
That's awesome. So now, do you know who the
We don't. We're
recipient will be
accepting
for the
applications until next Friday, which is the 17th. So we're in the process of reviewing the ones that we've gotten in already. And then, it's really kind of a crazy time, because we take them till the 17th, and we already, so we're vetting them as we go. As they come in, we're asking the questions, we're getting in touch with people, and we turn it around very quickly. And so, we close that on the 17th. We try to announce it by the following Monday, but, if there's a few details, T's needed to be crossed, I's dotted, we could always announce it, Tuesday or Wednesday. And then it's getting the graphics put together, and then it's, getting all the information out to all our business partners. And then we start the campaign month, which is super exciting. Yep. It's a crazy busy month, but it's my favorite month. I love being in a campaign month.
That's awesome. Okay, so
I keep tagging.
I saw you guys are tagging.
Yes,
we love that. We only have a certain bandwidth. If our business partners are out there saying, hey, this is an organization we love and support, the more people that tag somebody, it's just better. We want to see as many applications, because even though we're only quarterly right now, I've already reached out to people that applied the last time and weren't chosen. I'm like, apply again. There's a lot of really good organizations. And so just because you didn't get chosen in 1 month doesn't mean that you might not again. So I would encourage, if you have an organization that you believe in and you still have a need, apply again.
So, okay.
And I'm seeing people, wait, Vivian saying hello. Petra from Cat Crazy said hello.
Yes.
And I see some other partners like
Yeah,
Christy.
Christy.
Eyewear is on here.
Oh,
Watching. So hi guys.
I just got my glasses today and shared. That's why I'm wearing my contacts. So if I keep blinking, it's because I have my contacts in. But
oh, so
cool. And these glasses
nice.
are named Slow Blinks Mean I Love You. Right?
Aww,
so
cool.
Shout out to another business partner. We love. I mean, it's so for people that don't know, we that's how the organization really runs, are based off of our business partners, and they sign on to be quarterly donors. So, we're not asking everybody to give every single month in a year. You'll give, and then you have 2 months off, and then you'll give again. And we don't tell people what that number is. The businesses know best what they're comfortable with. We would never want a business partner to be thinking, oh boy, January is a little slower, so the businesses know they can either choose a set amount, they can do a percentage of sales, they can pick a product, they choose how they want to do it. Our goal is to get us in that $200 average. And you know what, as we grow, hopefully that average goes up. But that's kind of what we've been shooting for. And we have over 50 business partners now, but once we reach 100, we'll split and we'll do 2 months in a row, because we never want to dip below the 50 just for that kind of math. It's also easier to track if we have the same number in each month. It's the same system every time. It's very easy to become a business partner. I always say, small businesses, don't be afraid. You can definitely sign on. And the same goes for the large businesses who usually get these huge asks. I'm not coming in and saying, I want $10,000 a month. I mean, if you want to give that to us, that's awesome. But we don't expect. Come and learn more about us, partner with us, and then grow with us. Maybe you start at 200, 250. And then maybe you in a year end up with 1,000 because you're like, wow, they're doing great work, So it's been challenging because we want all, businesses to understand that we will make it work for you, no matter whether you're a small, medium, or large business. There's a place.
What's great is it does not have to be a cat-centric business like ours is.
Yes.
Spectacular, obviously. They're not shades for cats, although I think that's a new angle they might want to take.
I know you see, but you're right, and thank you for pointing that out. So we have specs. We have some realtors on board, which is awesome. So if you're a realtor and you want to donate a percentage of the closings, so easy, so they'll take that month and they just donate a percentage of their closings, which, that's a genius idea. I just made a video and said, if you're a dentist, if you're, an attorney, you own a bakery, or you have a car dealership and you love cats, that's really what matters, because then you are making a difference in a community that you care about. And it's done in a way that's easy for you because, as you know, we vet the nonprofits. We give you everything you need for a campaign month if you want to promote it, which we encourage. We give you graphics, we give you all the verbiage about the nonprofit, so you get all that information. And then what we love, the really cool thing is we follow up with them. So I did a follow-up at Catsbury Park with DJ a couple weeks ago, and we sat in the adoption center and talked about where they're going to be headed. They got the keys now to the space that they're in, so they're working with the architect now. So I'm going to go down soon and tour the whole building, and we can talk about, all right, look how much more space they're going to have and what they're going to be doing. With Full Circle Mo Feral, the delivery of the feral cat dens is going to be any day now. And so we're going to have a picture that's going to come in of this giant delivery of 30 feral cat dens and a picture of all the volunteers with them. And then they're going to take it a step further. And when the feral cat den goes out to a foster who will have a feral mom and the kittens, They will video and take pictures. So the cool thing is the business partners are able to see exactly where the money that they're giving is going, because we follow up with all of the nonprofits. And that's very unique.
Yeah, that's huge, because if you give money, you want to see what the impact is and what it has been. You know, those follow-ups are really, really important. I think of Shark Tank.
Because you see,
love Shark Tank.
Right?
Love. But they all the time they bring back old deals they've done to show them where are they now.
It's exciting.
Right? And so
I think I'm constantly thinking about, okay, when are we going to have a check that goes out and buys a new van for a group that does TNR? Because, you know, most of these people in TNR aren't getting paid. They're using their own cars. And if you know anything about trap, neuter, return, you've got these huge traps. You're trying to get them in the car. You know your car is taking a beating. What if that organization, we could give them the money so they could buy a nice used van that they could then stack all the traps in, much more efficient to take a whole group going to the clinic, right, to get spayed, neuter. I, in my brain, already see like somebody getting the keys and all the volunteers. Other favorite would be if we get one from a shelter that has a nice outdoor space and we get to build them a catio. And then we get to see that door open and the cats, you know, go out for the first time into a safe space. Like these kind of things are what get me so excited about giving these grants and working so hard, because it really, I think it's not just what the grant is, like the van, the expansion, but it's saying to a small organization, we care about you, we believe in you. And after going through what we all just went through the past couple years, these organizations may have had to downsize, may have had to close an actual space and shift to foster. Like, they really have dealt with so much. And now we are coming in, not just as Mission Meow, but all our business partners, all our donors, and saying, as a community, we love you and we think the work you're doing is amazing. And so it's not just that grant, that actual thing. There's so much more beyond that, to know that they have a community that cares about them, that's going to carry them on doing that work.
That's great. So we should also, again, reiterate to the non-business people who are watching this or watching the replay, donate 5, 10, 15, 20, $2,000, whatever you're able to do as an individual, over to missionmeow.org. There's a big huge donate button in the upper corner. You can't miss it. But this, you know, it really relies on not just businesses, but individuals, everybody chipping in what they can.
Makes a difference.
Again,
it really
there
does.
is no,
you know,
and
the individual donors, we have a raffle every single month. So if you donate more than $10, you get entered into a raffle. So this month, it's a $50 gift certificate to our business partner, Volana Cote, who makes the most unbelievably beautiful jewelry using whiskers. I'm a junkie. I have more pieces than you can imagine, because I find fallen whiskers and then I send them to her. So the pieces I have are my cat's whiskers, but she has ones that are already made. If you're not somebody, you know, who comes across the fallen whiskers. Fallen whiskers. Now that I've mentioned, it, you're going to find them. And you're going to find them on your kitty ledges. You're going to find them on what's supporting your frames. So you save them, get a little jar, put all your whiskers in there, and then you send them off to Jen, and she makes you a piece. Yeah, it's so cool. I wish I
That's crazy.
had
That's
one on
crazy.
right
That's
now.
cool. I heard like fallen antlers, but fallen whiskers is a.
It
that's
is.
cool. That's
So
awesome.
every month, individual donors automatically get entered into a raffle. Last month was a $50 gift card for 4 Mew toys. So somebody won that. We gave away something, two, I can show you what they look like, 2 beds that are from the cat bowl. We gave away 2 of the cat balls. Before that, it was a bed from Dharma Dog, Karma Cat. So, and we got from, oh my gosh, my lovely Feline, a water fountain. Like we have great raffles every month. I know,
Someday.
we talked about it. I know.
I know.
Definitely.
Whoop, whoop. What? Okay, so what else? But just I want to rewind the clock just real quick. Before we wind this whole thing up, because you were doing prior to Mission Meow. Could you?
So it's so funny because I just was a guest with Tracy Hotchner on her show, and I had been a guest before. She actually called me a serial philanthropist, which I thought was awesome. So yeah, I had a nonprofit called the Brody Fund that I ran for 7-ish years, and we gave grants to families that had dogs and cats diagnosed with cancer. And it was amazing. Obviously some heartbreak, inspired by a cat that I had, Brody, who was diagnosed with cancer. And at his appointments, I met so many other people. I really wasn't well educated on, pet cancer, which I am very well versed now. And it's sad because 50% of dogs over 10 will have cancer. 1 in 3 cats will have cancer. It's just very similar to in humans. But the treatment doesn't tend to be as difficult for animals to go through. So a lot of people will treat their pets, but it's expensive. So we gave grants and we fully funded treatment. That's one of the things that we are really proud of, that we did a little bit differently. But after 7 years, the nonprofit was still going strong. I'm telling you, I don't know how we went through those COVID lockdown times and kept raising money, but we really did, with a lot of hard work from a lot of people. But it was time to close because living in the pet cancer world just is very difficult. And at the time, I lost another. Because I wanted to be there for everybody. So I was studying grief counseling, and then I was going through it again at home. I had another cat diagnosed with cancer who was my soul cat, my best teacher, and really is part of the inspiration why Mission Meow, because when we closed the fund, it was literally, that was the only reason. The fund was still, doing the good work, but we all just needed to take a break. And I took a couple months off, and I realized I miss the nonprofit world because there's so much joy in giving that people, that's why I say it doesn't matter how much it is, it's just joyful. Giving is contagious, and I really, really missed it. And I missed working in the cat community because I have a background in it. I studied and became a cat behavior consultant. I founded something called the Feline Fine Project, which advocated for annual wellness exams for cats. And I just really missed being involved in that community. I was out at conventions all the time, and I have a ton of friends out there in the cat world, and they're all scattered across, the country, and I wasn't seeing anybody and missing the philanthropy, being apparently a serial philanthropist. And the name just popped in my head one day. I was like, I need a mission. I need a mission. And Mission Meow came to me. And then I thought, okay, how am I going to do this differently? Because hosting events all the time, going out with tables all the time, building your donor base, it's a lot of work, and the events are unpredictable. And so that's how I started thinking about how can this be done differently. And I landed on businesses because businesses generally, especially in the animal world, are very giving. We really, you guys know, because you're doing it, you like to give back. And as a consumer, for me and other consumers, we like to support the businesses that give back. So it was thinking about that. And then I shared how we had a house fire in a neighboring town. And, when any tragedy happens in a small town, what happens? The community pulls together individually and businesses. And this town, I remember the businesses posting, we're going to have this going on, we're going to have this going on. And I was like, well, why can't I just crowdfund businesses? I mean, that's basically what that is. And so that's how this idea came about, was, you know, just talking to other nonprofits about where do your donations come from. And then that just kind of came into my head. And so, yeah, it's been incredible. Plus now all the relationships that we're building. I mean, I'm so lucky now to know Frame Your Feline and know both of you and know Christy at Specs Eyewear, you know, and know all the different business partners. And then you are actually responsible for me starting that Facebook group because, you know, we wanted to get our business partners together. So for any business partners listening, if you're not on the Mission Meow Business Partners page on Facebook, you're missing out, because you guys all network and share ideas, and we have some great brainstorming sessions. Mission Meow is constantly changing because of the feedback from our business partners. We're always getting better because of the things that you guys are bringing to us.
Yeah, it'll always just continue to grow. The more awareness there is of Mission Meow, the better off you'll be too, right? And,
yeah.
And the better you can do for all these companies, these organizations that are just trying to do good in the world, right? So turn off the news.
Yes.
Focus on
Thank
the good.
You. Yes.
Turn on Mission Meow, right? And yeah. So do you have any last thoughts?
No, a lot of people have been hopping on, popping off. I didn't know if anybody had any questions for Sally
on this too, because I know, you know, during the day, some people are at work and they're going to hop on and watch this. If they pop in any questions, you know, you can tag me or I'll just check back, because I'm happy to answer anything. If business partners, if people that are, you know, potential business partners are looking at this and want to know, you can go to missionmeow.org and you just click on business partners, and a very short, you know, informational gathering sheet pops up, and then you'll hop on a call with me and we'll just chat and figure it out. It's very easy. It is tax deductible to donate because we are a registered 501c3. You get a business partners perks package. We love to promote our business partners, and everything is very organized and it's so easy to give, and you're making such a big change because these small organizations don't get grants that size. They just don't. You know, it's wonderful that the bigger feline-centric nonprofits get these huge grants and it makes a big difference for them. But I don't, you know, we're missing an opportunity because these small organizations are working so hard. The only reason they don't get the bigger grants is they just don't have the bandwidth. They don't have as many volunteers. They may not have somebody dedicated and devoted to marketing or social media. Some of them can't even afford a website because they're so focused on the care. Say you're an organization that's helping special needs cats, you know, all your money is really going into the care of those animals and making sure that their medical bills are paid and that your space functions for them. So that's your top priority, right? So a grant this big can be life-changing. I mean, we could potentially pay for somebody to start up a website who doesn't have one. And that in turn is going to help cats get adopted, and it's going to help them get more donations. I mean, so I really want to emphasize what an impact these grants have on small nonprofits.
Yeah, it's huge.
And to reiterate, like, you as Mission Meow follows the money. Like, you don't just go $5,000 and have fun with it. You make sure that what they're buying,
and it's
dollar for
very
dollar,
specific. So in the application, it explains to them that we don't pay medical bills, we don't pay rent, we don't pay for day-to-day operations of your organization. We pay for something like a van for a TNR group, expansion for Catsbury Park, these feral cat dens and recovery cages for Full Circle. It's a specific purchase or an expansion or potentially a renovation or maybe a website, things like that, things that are above and beyond you running your nonprofit, because the last thing we would ever want to have happen would be we give to an organization and then, you know, they fold. So these organizations are fully vetted by us. They present their budgets. We look at, you know, Charity Navigator, GuideStar. We speak with representatives of the organization. There are specific things in the application they have to give to us. If an application is not fully filled out, it gets rejected. You have to be careful. We kept it very simple. It's not an overwhelming application, but you need to make sure all your ducks are in a row, and you have to have something that's a need or a want that you just can't get, because small organizations, it's difficult to have a capital campaign. And I did a lot of research and found a lot of them they try to get these, and it might take 2 years. Like you're thinking, all right, in 2 years, we'll be able to do this. But what happens along the way is, you know, in 2 years, who knows what comes up? You have an emergency of some sort, and you start dipping into those funds, right? Because you don't often have that kind of money coming in. And then all of a sudden, you know, now you don't have that money because this is given at one time. They sign a memorandum of understanding. They agree to that specific purchase, and then they have to provide receipts. So everything is set up. And honestly, I mean, knowing me, I mean, and I can speak to so far, we've only given 2 grants, but knowing the way I was with the Brody Fund, all those grant recipients were like family to me. That's how this feels to me. When I give, and because I'm the one generally making that call, yes, as a group, we are all giving, but I'm usually the one on the phone saying, this is what's happening. When I get to make that call, there's a connection that then, you know, I feel like that's a lifetime. We cried all together as a group when I gave that check at Catsbury Park. I had a business partner actually come with me so she could experience that joy of giving. And then we had several volunteers, and we had that, you know, it's behind me, that big, huge check. And then with Full Circle, I didn't let her know ahead of time the size of the grant we were giving. I posted it. She saw it. I called her, and she was already in tears of joy. But, you know, there's something so special about that.
Oh, giving is always
I
the
have
best.
the best job in the world.
Feeling.
I mean, honestly, I really do. It's everything that I loved about the Brody Fund, minus any sadness. There's no sadness in this at all. There's just nothing. It's just, that's why I say it over and over. It's joy. It's joy. It's joy.
That is so tremendous. That is awesome.
Thank you.
We love what you do.
We're so grateful to have you as a business partner.
Yes,
I mean, you've done so many things for us outside of giving. You've been somebody who's offering ideas, and you created some things that we were using in the beginning of our videos, and it's been, you know, you've been incredibly generous with your time and support.
Of course. Yes. Anytime.
Now we just need sweatshirts.
What do you mean?
I wanted to order some sweatshirts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna order some.
Our logo is awesome. That cat in the glasses,
Well, see, the cat has I think they're specs wear, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And
I like how you brought that all.
And cat is looking at you. The cat is looking at you with glasses. The cat is obviously smarter than me. I know that.
When I was thinking about what I wanted the logo to be, I'm like, well, I want it to be a cat, but I don't want it to be the whole body, because then I feel like sometimes the cat kind of gets lost in the logo. So I was like, I just want it to be the cat's face. And I said, how can we make them look really smart? And I thought about a woman who I know who's an artist that she does a lot of dog and cat art in glasses. So I reached out to her because I actually have one that she did for me of my cat, West. And so she kind of drew it up, sent it to somebody in her family who's in graphics, because this is somebody who's like an artist. So it wasn't, you know, something that you could turn into a logo. And they created the logo. First try, just knocked it out of the park. And I was like, that's it. And she even did the tagline on it. Like she did the whole thing. I have to shout her out. If you're looking on Instagram,
And
it's
judge.
her account is
The
Fruitle.
cat is judge.
Froodle.
Fruital.
Heard that name before.
No, but check it out, Fruital.
I actually think. I wonder if this. Wait, this might be. Is this my? I haven't framed it yet, just because I have a few things on my plate. But see, that's my West with his glasses.
Oh.
So that's kind of when I mean, a cat with glasses, they look smart. So there we go. We have a smart cat logo.
Very cool. Well, we want to thank everybody for having joined us today.
And watching the replay.
Remember, go to missionmeow.org. If you're a business, click on the business partnerships link so you can be a part of the community that makes an impact on all sorts of organizations that are out to help cats. And make sure you check out their swag, because they've got awesome products on there that also is a way of helping. And if you're an individual, a person, just like her, like Sally, and you want to chip in 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, $1 million, whatever you got.
Imagine
Make sure you go to missionmeow.org.
I can.
Could you imagine?
I can. I mean, I have a vision board. So up here, there's a lot of stuff going on over there, manifesting all these wonderful things. So yes, I can.
Well, I'm gonna make a statement right now. Okay? If I win, or when I win the Powerball, okay? And it's over 500 million. It's got to be over 500. 1 million going right to Mission Meow.
I say the same thing all the time. When I win big, I'm like, sorry, honey, just know right off the top, there's $1 million going to Mission Meow. Done.
Yes.
Done. So all you lottery winners out there, Mission Meow. Okay. All right. Well, we really appreciate your time, Sally. Thank you for coming on. And we want to thank our model cast for today.
The entire time, just watching them go bing, bing, bing. People, look at those frames. I mean, seriously? It's a no-brainer. It's totally a no-brainer, because it's endless fun. Because we know we're constantly I was just looking for my phone to show you how I would take a picture, and smarty pants, I'm on my phone. But we all love taking pictures all the time, and now you've got the setup right there.
We do customized artwork panels. I'm gonna have to put up a
Mission Meow
Mission Meow.
Yeah. See, this is why all these things, this is why I talk to business partners doing things like this, or just on the phone, because brainstorming, these kinds of things happen. Done.
There you go. Done. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sally, and we will see you all.
Thank you so much for having me as a guest.
Thank you.
Bye.